I have to admit, initially I did not have planned to make a video this soon. That said, on Monday, the solutions of the 4 remaining teams in the Game of Nodes were made public. I'm in the forum thread right now where also the solutions are linked and where people can now vote for their teams to advance to the final, which will be held in mid-March at the NIME Summit in Berlin as a hybrid event. Given that I participated in the final last year and came second with my team, I have quite some fond memories of the semifinals. There's quite a fun story where we had to train, or where we decided to train a bird model to classify some data. I don't know the full story anymore. Anyways, my teammate Reza was in charge of model fine-tuning, not training, and he did that in Italy with his notebook. And at some stage late at night, I received the text that he was seeing white smoke. It wasn't white smoke from the Vatican, though, so no new pope, but it was white smoke that came out of his notebook. So that's still have to laugh so hard about that when I remember that. Anyways, so that's why I'm very interested in finding out exactly what the teams had to tackle as a challenge. And then I obviously also want to cast my vote. So good luck to all teams. Congratulations to everyone who made it into the semifinals. I know myself that it's hard work and a lot of work, and it takes a lot of dedication to make it this deep. So congrats, even should you not advance or should I not cast my vote for you. You have surely done an amazing job. That said, let's now jump into NIME. And we will actually start with the first grouping, which is between Team Comfortably NIME and Team J2K. Let's briefly look at the challenge. I leave that up on screen. You can pause and read through that. Overall, this is about building a system that allows people to query databases using natural languages. So the task is to set up a connection to a large language model that spits out correct SQL code in the context of the tables that are provided in terms of an e-commerce data set, and to then use that query that the large language model has written to pull the data and visualize it. So this is a challenging task, I can tell you, because I played around with a database querying tool for my AI agents myself, and that was not easy. So let's take a look at this. This has all been set up. Let's just make sure it executes correct. They are using under the hood GPT-4o, the latest version, so quite a strong model. And over here they are doing a lot of pre-processing, and I guess, yeah, I haven't looked into how they do that in detail. But here is this chat app, and on the right hand side there are some example prompts. So let's stick with that, given that I have not had the time to familiarize myself with the tables. We'll just run it. So what I really like is I didn't actually have to copy these example prompts, because I can either give it my own prompt and type it here, or I can switch to the example prompts and select one. So let's just look for the best 5, give me the best 5 cities by number of sellers and give me the sum of price of their order. Okay, let's do that and let's see. So that didn't really take long. And we have a bar chart, and we can actually also change the aggregation mode dynamically. We can remove fields, we can add them back in. Only on the axis, we don't have anything else, so I really like that. Here we can also change axis. So really dynamic, I like that. And we also get the query results as a table. Awesome, really well done. So it works actually really well. Let's now go to J2K. So up here, I guess they had a pipeline to generate some recommended questions, and then they have here their component. So here I added my API key already. Inside the component or in the configuration dialog, you can edit it. Okay, so this also looks very nice. They have a description. And let's see, what do I want to take this time? Let's do a pie chart. Let's take this marketing question. Percentage of products that fall into each product category. Let's make this full screen because there are some hidden gems in here. And there we go. So we get a nice pie chart added, and we get even an explanation. So feel free to read this in your own time. And what I really like is we get to create a report. But before we do that, let's just do another question. And there we go. So a nice bar chart, this time ordered in the right way, another text. And what I really like, we now get to select some information. I actually did not try that, so let me create the report for both of them. Let's see what happens. Okay, I quickly save that once. Take a look. So it generated this PDF. I could save it, which has the chart and the text from our first question, and then the same for the second question. Like, I really think this is amazing. So really, really well done. I mean, both solutions of both teams work. I think Team J2K has done the little bit better job just because it feels like they've gone the extra mile. Like, this just works so seamlessly. Also storing somehow the previous questions and figuring out how to create a report out of the questions that you've selected. Like, this just really feels very, very well polished. So my vote for the first pairing goes to Team J2K. They are behind. I really hope that they can activate the network to gather some more votes. Let's move on to the next challenge. Team KNirvana versus Code of Nodes. Let's look at the challenge to start with. I'll leave this up on screen again, but I won't read it entirely. So this is about a data set of a zoo with animals and different attributes, and there needs to be some correlation to be found and to be visualized. I mean, this is the type of challenge that I would have been dreading during my Game of Nodes tournament. So they also had to create a PDF report and visualize it. So let's look at Code of Nodes solution first. I actually had to install some extensions that I never heard about, but that's okay, fair enough. And let's look at the dashboard. So there's a lot of things going on here, and then there's a dashboard and a report. So some fancy radar charts, line charts, some box plots. Yeah, I mean, this is something that I can understand. Like a sunburst chart. Okay, so it looks like all mammals with hair produce milk. Amazing conclusion. I think that question was asked, so that's fair enough. I shouldn't make fun of it. And then let's take a look at the reports. I won't print it as PDF. Yeah, lots of information presented here. I mean, you could have handled the missing values, I guess. Anyways, they definitely solved the tasks, and I mean, look at that. They spent a lot of work, I can tell you that, to make all of this work. So also well done to Team Code of Nodes. And now let's look at the next and last team in the semis, which is a solution of Team KNirvana. I just grabbed it off the hub again. It's fully executed, which is really good, so you can follow through. This structure I recall having seen in their solution for the quarterfinals. So if all the extensions were available on the community hub, so I have a team plan there, then this could be very nicely executed in the data app there. Unfortunately, I checked already. That is not the case, but we can still look at each component piece by piece. This is the first one, very nice, I guess, entry. I love that this is visually interactive. I love the overall styling. Like, this is really well done. Also with the emojis and everything, really, really cool. Then let's look at the visualization. Yeah, they also have some charts. Oh, I love this. This is amazing. This image at the bottom. And it's nicely refreshing as well. That's great. So let's look at this model or this component, which also gets input from DeepSeek. More visualizations, and I guess text generated by DeepSeek, I assume. And then you can select models, like they have AutoML integrated, like it's really, really comprehensive, this solution. Then there's a PDF report as well. That can be written as PDF. And then there's the mail update component. And I have tested that already. I hope that these email addresses don't exist, because otherwise they would have received an email as well. So let me just pull that up. Yeah, so you get an email from the KNirvana Zoo team. I mean, what I said it last time around, I would really love to see that the PDF report is attached to that. Like, that is not too difficult to implement, and that would just be like another gimmick. And yeah, by the way, you can change that and interactively put your email addresses in whatever. So yeah, this is really cool. I mean, you can probably tell that I'm highly in favor of the solution. I mean, the other solution, don't get me wrong, yeah, is also very complex and solved the challenges and is amazing. But if I just look at this gives me pure joy. So that also means that Team KNirvana it is in terms of voting. So let's do that. And yeah, also unfortunately they are behind. I really hope that also you guys can activate your network and get them to vote. I mean, if I look at 130 voters here, 49 voters here, there have been 18 downloads of KNirvana submission. Yeah. And let's look maybe at the other team. 14 downloads. There's 49 votes. Yeah, come on, what's going on here? Of course, it's network activation. So you gotta advertise that you're competing. So maybe quickly do the same check on the other group, just out of interest. 13 downloads. And J2K, 11. Come on, 130 votes. People are not looking at that. I really hope that J2K and KNirvana meet in the finals, and I wish all the teams good luck. I can tell you right now that the challenge that you will be presented with in the final, if you make it, will be an entirely different beast, just for the reason that you have so little time to solve it. And if I can give you one piece of advice that I wish I had before going into the final week, if you get some pieces of information about your challenge ahead, do not overthink. The challenge will be scoped so that it's really possible to implement it in the short amount of time that you will have. And if you overthink it, then you will make something way too complex. That's all I want to say to that. That said, good luck to everyone. I'll be at the summit and will be cheering for you. And until next time.